Hello guys, so today I want to discuss with you so that you can understand um, poultry market. It is very important because a lot of people have a lot of confusion about poultry market. Some say it doesn't exist, some say it is very small, some says it is very difficult to find all that kind of information and stuff. But for me, I have a different view of the whole system. For you to be viable in this business, in poultry business, you really need to master some important concepts and systems of the business. For example, for you to be sustainable or to be viable, you don't really need to seek a market for your chickens. You really need to create a market for your chickens. So uh, let me unpack what I mean by creating a market versus seeking a market. um, when you do your proper production, you really know that at the end of that proper production you need to sell to people. So as I always say that farming is not an overnight success game. Farming is a game of patience. The patience that you have for producing that particular product or producing those chickens is the same patience that you need to actually have when you are taking those chickens to the market. Um, I hate when people uh, do production which is actually disjointed from um, the the market that they want to connect it to, because at the end of the day we understand that for some good products to be produced, there is need for systems in place, there is need for processes, there is need for patience. That's the only the best ingredients or the best routine for a successful product or a very good product or the best product. So as such, I think I need to actually let you know that the best market is created rather than sought. So how to create the best sustainable market for your chickens? In fact, the first thing is you need to understand why people need chickens in their lives. That is very critical. Why people keep chickens, why people need chickens in their lives. Uh, if you understand that in the first place, then you will be better positioned to know which type of chickens to produce for who. Because if you produce chickens with the mentality that everybody needs chickens, everybody needs chicken, you really need to understand that there are certain people who don't eat chickens, who don't love chickens, who don't want to see chickens. So if you produce chickens with the mentality of just people love chickens because you've grown up seeing people in your village at home loving chickens, and you actually start to think that everybody is like that, then you are lost in the game. You need to understand why people need chickens in their lives. There are so many reasons why people need chickens in their lives. Some need them to for meat, some for egg production, some as pets, some for ornamental purposes, some for breeding purposes, and the list goes on like that. So after identifying those reasons why people need chickens in their lives, you really need to match those reasons with your reason for actually getting into the business of chicken, because you cannot actually get into a business of producing chickens to just sell. You yourself, you don't like those chickens, you just want to produce chickens to sell to others, but you yourself, you don't like chickens. Then it means you are disjointed. The production that you are doing is disjointed to the market that it is intended for. So you really need to do things that you love yourself first, and find other people who have the same taste, the same zeal, the same interest in the product, then share what you have with those people. That is the only way you can actually start to create a sustainable market for yourself rather than seeking a market. After you actually met the or link the reason you keep chickens with other people's reasons, you then need to do proper production in place to actually do proper production. Here we are talking about taking it all in, like for example doing everything that needs to be done on the ground to produce the best quality product that actually can attract customers rather than scare away customers. The chick In producing a compelling chicken, the best chicken, you really need to do proper management, uh, feeding, housing, um, disease management, and all that kind of stuff, so that when people are looking at your chickens, they actually see the goodness of chickens, or the goodness of keeping chickens. They actually want it to be part of what you are doing, rather than having to look or to speculate or to look negatively at what you are doing or to speculate on what you are doing. They really see and immediately fall in love with what you are doing. This can only happen when you do um, well focused and proper production in place. So from that, when you are creating a sustainable market for your chickens, you don't rush it. You don't rush it. For example, I hate when people say, I I'm selling these chickens, rush high. They use like words like hurry while we stock last, all that kind of stuff, or I'm selling to clear up and stuff like that. What's that? Don't rush the selling. Why rush? Why clearing up? Why hurrying people? You really need to gradually introduce your product, strategically introducing your product to the market that you are creating, because it is not a once and for all market. It's a market that you need to be there for lifetime. So you really need to gradually and carefully and strategically introduce your product to the market, so that people can trust your product, can trust you, can trust the production methods that you use, all that kind of stuff, so that they will repeatedly come back to buy the product every time they think of wanting to keep or to have a chicken. They will certainly put you on the top of the list of the suppliers. So don't rush people. Don't use these words like quick, hurry, stock last, and all that kind of stuff like clearing up. It's not good for someone who is creating a sustainable market for himself. You really need to, when you are creating a sustainable market, you really need to listen to customer feedback, especially the negative feedback. It helps you to improve, because if you produce the same quality product for centuries or for a long period of time, and you never change, you never improve, you never uh, improve, it means you are stagnant, you are not going anywhere, because the market taste changes. So you really need to constantly hear from the market and improve on your product, especially on size of the beds, taste, texture, flavor, all these kind of things. They really need to actually vibe with the market that you are serving, I mean. So it's very, very, very critical. um, Another thing that is very, very important is when you see yourself over advertising the same product to the same market every time, or you need to advertise all the time to the market, it means you are not doing enough. on production. A compelling product doesn't need a lot of advertising, over advertising, forcing people to like what they don't like. For example, every morning, every afternoon, we are posting in these groups in social media, Facebook, and all those kind of platforms. No. You really need to put more focus and energy on production rather than on advertising, because when you do proper advertising, the products, the chickens themselves, they will advertise themselves. Posting one picture that you post can actually reach to a lot of people. Some people will keep it, and whenever someone asks about where to get chickens, they will actually share with that person and give people your contacts, so that it also saves you time to advertise and gives you more time to do production on the ground. It's very, very important. It's very, very key. Another important consideration is when you are doing production, don't rush production, because production goes through processes. This what this is actually what the market wants. They don't want something that is rushed. They actually know that the chickens, they have a certain period of time that they need to actually grow. If you do the shortcuts, like I have heard people saying, you give chickens horse feed, pig feed, and all that kind of stuff, that's bullshit. You don't have to do that. You have to actually do the proper thing. Chickens have chicken feed, and let them grow at a normal growth rate. This will help you to produce the flavor that the market wants, the taste that the market wants, the texture that the market wants, the size that the market wants. And also, remember, um, bigger is not always better. Most people, they just want to produce bigger pairs. Their focus is to produce bigger pairs, neglecting other important consideration like taste, texture, and flavor. Produce a full package on your chicken. A chicken that has got all these is the chicken that can actually save the market that is awaiting to have a chicken. Another important consideration is, it's not about when you are creating a market for your chicken, be consistent. The thing that is lacking is consistency in whatever we are doing. Someone is doing Brahma chickens this year. Next year, he cleared all those up and he's now doing kukukus and black australops. Next year he's in layer pairs. The year after next year he's doing broilers. What are you doing? There is no consistency. The market that is sustainable, the market that you need to create, is the one that actually believes in you, that whenever they need something, they can actually get it from you at whatever time, whenever they need to buy, they can actually contact you, and you have the chickens to sell to them. So what is lacking and what is destroying the market that people want to have in poultry businesses is a lack of consistency and regular supply. This is very, very, very sad and disheartening, because people are jumping here and there, here and there. They are not consistent. They don't believe in business. We believe in business. I've been in business for a couple of years. The same chickens that I started with is the same chickens that I have. The same principles of production, the same principles of my business still the same. I haven't changed anything. I still do what I used to be doing. And whenever someone approaches me, they know that they still get what they used to be getting, or they heard I have. So that's very, very important. Let's be consistent. Let's be reliable in the production of our chickens, because the market needs to trust us, that whenever they need something, they can get it from us. So I think I've shared enough, guys. For any further clarifications, any questions, any reflections, you can actually comment on the video so that we can engage and further elaborate on areas that you think needs elaboration. Thank you. Like and share the video.